Another earthquake hits the Philippines. Buildings tremble, people rush to evacuate, casualties are reported, and once again, everyone asks the same question: why does this keep happening? Every year, the Philippines is struck by over 100 earthquakes. More than 20 are powerful enough to cause destruction, some even claiming thousands of lives. And the truth is, it will never stop. Here's why. The Philippines lies along the Pacific Ring of Fire, a massive 25,000-mile, horseshoe-shaped belt where 90% of the world's earthquakes occur. This fiery ring wraps around the Pacific Ocean, cutting across Japan, Indonesia, New Zealand, Chile, California, and right through the heart of the Philippines. But the Philippines isn't just sitting on the Ring of Fire. It's caught between several colliding tectonic plates. Imagine the Earth's surface as a cracked eggshell. Those cracks are the tectonic plates, enormous slabs of rock drifting on the molten layer beneath. Where these plates meet, they collide, grind past each other, or one slips beneath the other, triggering the powerful forces that shape our planet. The Philippines lies at the crossroads of four massive tectonic plates: the Eurasian Plate, the Philippine Sea Plate, the Pacific Plate, and the Sunda Plate. All four constantly push and grind against each other, with the Philippines trapped right in the middle. This ongoing collision gives rise to two major earthquake threats: the offshore subduction zones beneath the seas, and the inland fault lines that cut across the islands. Let's begin with the trenches. Surrounding the Philippine archipelago are 7 major trenches. These are subduction zones, where one tectonic plate is forced beneath another. Along the western coast of Luzon lies the Manila Trench, stretching across the South China Sea. When this trench ruptures, it can unleash magnitude 8.0 earthquakes and trigger tsunamis that could strike western Luzon within 10 to 20 minutes. On the opposite side, the East Luzon Trench runs along the Pacific coast, capable of producing equally powerful earthquakes and tsunamis that could devastate the eastern shores of the country. The Philippine Trench, one of the deepest in the world at more than 34,000 feet, stretches along the eastern edge of the Philippine Sea. Though it lies farther offshore, it still poses a serious threat to the eastern regions of the Philippines. To the south, the Cotabato Trench sits off Mindanao's southwestern coast, the same trench that triggered a 1976 tsunami, killing over 8,000 people. It has the potential to strike again. In the Visayas, the Negros Trench runs between Negros and Cebu. This fault system was responsible for the 2012 earthquake that claimed 51 lives and left widespread damage across the region. The Sulu Trench cuts across the southwestern Philippines, near Zamboanga and the Sulu Sea. Meanwhile, the Philippine Sea Plate forms a vast and volatile boundary where multiple trenches converge. These trenches don't just pose a tsunami threat. When they rupture, entire regions can shake violently. Earthquakes with magnitudes of 7.0, 8.0, or even 9.0 are all within the realm of possibility. Quick pause. Learning something new? Please like and subscribe. It genuinely helps me a lot. Thanks. And because the Philippines is an archipelago, thousands of islands scattered across vast distances, no area is completely safe. Every region lies close to at least one active trench, but the danger doesn't end there. Cutting through the very heart of the country is the Philippine Fault System, a massive 1,200-kilometer network of inland fault lines capable of unleashing powerful earthquakes right beneath our feet. This fault system stretches from Luzon down to Mindanao, slicing directly through densely populated areas. Unlike the offshore trenches that generate tsunamis, the Philippine Fault causes violent ground shaking right beneath cities and towns. One of its most dangerous segments, the Marikina Valley Fault, runs straight through Metro Manila. If it ruptures with a magnitude 7.0 or stronger earthquake, the capital, home to over 13 million people, would face catastrophic destruction. Buildings would collapse, and the impact would be overwhelming. Infrastructure would crumble, and the death toll could rise into the tens of thousands. In the south, the Mindanao Fault cuts across the island, the recent earthquake was likely linked to this same fault system. Mindanao experiences frequent seismic activity because it sits atop multiple, overlapping fault lines, each capable of unleashing powerful tremors. So, why does the Philippines experience so many earthquakes? Because the country is geologically trapped. Tectonic plates collide from all directions, squeezing the islands from every side. Subduction zones encircle the archipelago, while fault lines slice right through its center. There's no escape, and it's never going to stop. These tectonic plates move only a few centimeters each year, but they never rest. Over decades or even centuries, immense pressure builds up along these faults, until the Earth finally releases it in a violent quake. The Manila Trench hasn't experienced a major rupture in living memory, but geological records confirm it's capable of one. So, what can Filipinos do? We can't stop earthquakes, but we can prepare for them. Know the fault lines and trenches closest to where you live. If you're in Metro Manila, your main threats are the Marikina Valley Fault and the Manila Trench. In Mindanao, it's the Cotabato Trench and the Mindanao Fault. And in the Visayas, the danger comes from the Negros Trench and the Philippine Fault System. Have a clear earthquake preparedness plan. Know where to take cover when the shaking starts. Keep emergency supplies ready: water, food, first aid kit, and a flashlight. If you live near the coast, plan an evacuation route, as some earthquakes can trigger tsunamis. If possible, reinforce your home's structure. Secure heavy furniture and learn how to turn off gas and electricity to prevent fires. Most importantly, recognize the warning signs and stay alert. Preparedness can save lives. The Philippines sits on one of the most seismically active regions on Earth. But by understanding why earthquakes happen and knowing which faults and trenches threaten your area, you gain the knowledge that can save lives. Another earthquake has struck, and there will be more. The question is no longer if, but when. It's one of the most geologically dangerous places on Earth, yet millions of Filipinos call it home. Understanding the threat beneath our feet is the first step to learning how to live with it. Stay alert and stay prepared, because when the next earthquake strikes, knowledge could be the difference between life and death. Thanks for watching.